Hello everyone, Nicole Johnson here, founder of the Female Executive Protection Group. Today, I'm going to give you an in-depth review on the brand new Core Essentials Executive Protection Belt. Before I get started, I must disclose I was sent this belt for review by Core Essentials, but there was no monetary exchange. This ensures my review is unbiased and authentic. My firearm I'll be using in this demonstration is also clear, as is any magazine seen in this video. Let's get started. My particular belt is the 1.5-inch brown leather with an X3 gunmetal buckle. It was sent in this box and packaged like this. Within the box, there was an instruction pamphlet, my order invoice, the inner and outer belt, one snap fastener belt keeper, a metal end cap for the inner belt, a belt hanger, a buckle, a tape measure, an Allen wrench, and screws. Now, what sets this belt apart from traditional everyday carry belts used in the industry is its inner and outer belt design. It's equipped with a Velcro system between the two belts that ensures your gear stays securely in place. This allows for a quick on and off of the entire belt system without removing each individual item of equipment, saving time and headache. The outer belt is top grain brown leather. It's about 5 millimeters in thickness and 1.5 inches wide. Inside the actual belt is their proprietary reinforced power core center, which is super sturdy. It's actually pretty difficult to cut through. Core EDC gun belts feature a 10-inch virtually indestructible hidden track with 40+ size positions to adjust with. Now you can precisely adjust your gun belt in small 1/4 inch increments for a perfect fit. By having the ability to adjust the belt by 1/4 inch, it literally eliminates any sag or slack, which means your firearm is firmly at your side, making drawing your weapon easier. The inner belt goes through your belt loops to hold up your pants and then supports the weight of the outer belt. The hexagon mesh portion of the inner belt provides enough room for the buckle ratchet to fit snug and secure without protruding excessively. Let's focus on the buckle itself. The buckle is rock solid to Core standards. Core 1.5-inch executive protection belts use their X series buckles. All Core buckles use a patented spring system that locks the belt in place, but with a push of the release tab, the belt loosens. They also use 2 screws and a teeth clamp to keep the belt attached to the buckle, so it never pulls out on its own. The quick release feature allows for swift donning and doffing, especially when time is of the essence. Let's talk about customization. The Core Essentials belt allows you to tailor it to your perfect fit. I will say that the measuring tape is designed to fit a male's frame because it starts at 28 inches. But I like to wear my pants higher up, as do many other females, so I think Core Essentials should include a more diverse range of sizing for its female counterparts, maybe starting at 24 inches on the measuring tape. The 28-inch mark was too big for my frame, and I am 5'10". As always, measure twice and cut once. The Core warranty will be voided if you cut your belt too short. Attention to detail is key here. How I sized my belt is by grabbing a box cutter and the long white Core measuring tape included in the package. I used the tape to measure where my pants would normally rest, and then I added 4 inches to that size, according to the Core directions. I cut the belt in a straight line. Once the belt was cut, I grabbed my buckle, removed the hex screws using the 2.5 millimeter wrench, inserted the belt all the way into the receptacle, clamped down the teeth, and then tightened the 2 screws. Next, I laid the inner Velcro belt down flat and lined it up with a measuring tape. I found my measurement and subtracted 1 inch, again according to Core instructions. I cut it in a straight line, singed the end with a lighter, and connected the metal end cap. When putting on the inner belt, it's important to remember the hexagon mesh area should not have any of the inner belt behind it. If it does, trim off the excess. When I attach the outer belt, I try to line up the belt buckle in the center of my pants and then guide it around my waist with my other hand. Sometimes I start from the back and guide the belt around my waist with both hands as well. I'm not perfect at it, but this belt isn't going anywhere. It's important to note that the Core X series buckle should be centered on the hexagonal mesh portion of the inner belt. I do notice that when I tighten the outer belt, the inner mesh part sort of pushes together and becomes a bit visible beneath my outer belt, but this can be fixed by making sure the inner belt is tight enough around your waist or your hips when you put it on initially. It's worth noting that my particular belt works best with gear designed for 1.5-inch belts. I did run into an issue with my magazine holders, which is designed for a 1.75-inch belt. It kind of slid on the belt. This can be easily fixed by using belt keepers on both sides of whatever piece of equipment you need to keep from shifting. I think Core should include at least 2 of these in the box or offer the keepers as a separate accessory item to purchase. Overall, everything held really well donning and doffing the belt loaded with a gun, rifle magazine, IFAK, and pistol mag holster. The shifting only came from the oversized holster clip and is an easy fix. Core also offers this belt in a 1.75-inch variant to accompany those larger belt loop fitting accessories. Practicality and Versatility. The Core Essentials 1.5-inch executive protection belt shares similarities with a battle belt, offering ample space to accommodate a range of gear. Whether it's a medical pack, radio pouch, magazine and weapon holsters, tourniquets, or flashlights, this belt provides the necessary real estate for your essential equipment. As for concealability, when you have gear on, it's probably not going to happen. If you are going to carry a lot of gear and have to dress in a suit with a suit jacket, make sure you get a suit jacket that is a bit oversized to better accommodate your gear. There's no denying your gear will possibly print. I typically only carry a concealed firearm, spare magazines, and some stop the bleed gear, so my gear doesn't print nearly as much and is much more concealable because there's just less of it. I feel like having an outer and inner belt for a firearm and a magazine holster is a bit much, which is why I would stick to using one of Core's EDC belts. I think this belt is perfect for law enforcement agents or anyone who needs to carry a lot of gear and wants to spend less time deliberately setting it up before shifts. To sum it up, the Core Essentials Executive Protection Belt is an impressive option for those in need of a versatile platform to carry a substantial amount of gear. Its secure inner-outer belt system, coupled with the convenience of removing the duty belt without disturbing the gear, makes it a reliable choice. However, for EP agents like myself, whose primary focus is discreetly carrying a select few items, alternative options within the Core Essentials lineup might be more suitable.